West Ham are through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup after beating Brentford on penalties. I don't know how to feel. I feel very happy to have won it. Frustrated went to extra time and really worried and nervous about Somerville, who seemed to do his calving and hobbled for the rest of the bloody extra time. Crazy mixed emotions for me. I don't know about you, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's look, listen, I'm happy with a win. We're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, home tie against Leeds, one game from Wembley. But yeah, look, playing 90 minutes plus extra time, penalties, Somerville limping at the end. At least he stayed on though. That's the thing, and he was there when they were taking the penalties. He's on the pitch with the players, so hopefully it's just a little bit maybe cramp, a little bit of fatigue. I don't think it was anything serious because I think Nuno would have just took him off and just
Yeah,
played with 10
you
men
could
for the
make it
rest of the game.
worse.
Yeah. So, no, but look, I'm happy, mate. It's a good cup run can do a lot for this team, and our run started in the FA Cup when we beat QPR. So it just keeps that momentum going. I know that we've played extra time, but what you got to remember is Man City are playing Wednesday, and they've got to fly to Spain, so they're going to be travelling and as well. So yeah, nice. It's good. I'm happy with a win, and yeah, there's a few good standout performances there tonight. I think when you look at the starting lineup, I think we went strong. I know it was 7 changes, but I think Bowen had a brilliant, especially first half. Bowen looked like the old Bowen. You know, Traore as well. I was very impressed with him today. He had a couple of runs. He won the penalty. Yeah, no, I just think that it was. But Brentford surprised me really because I was a bit worried about Brentford because I thought, look, they're safe in the Premier League. They're very comfortable. They'll go full strength tonight, and I was fearing that like the worst that they probably would like get the win tonight. But I think we just worked so hard that we didn't allow them to create the chances. And yeah, I just no, I'm buzzing with a win, mate. It's quarterfinal for us. It's good. And the thing is, we've had so much banter with Leeds fans this season to now play them in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. It's going to be a
Yeah.
big game for both clubs.
It's good that we got them at home and not at Elland Road. I think they don't travel too well to London. So I think that aspect, like we could have got a better draw like Port Vale or Southampton, but we could have got a worse draw like City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Yeah.
So yeah, we take the positives on that. I said the performance wise, I thought overall, especially the first half, I thought we played really well. Like we played some good football. We moved the ball around well. We was creating chances. Some of them we really should have been taking. But I actually enjoyed watching us, particularly in that first half. I didn't enjoy watching Brentford. I thought Brentford were really dirty team. Dives, long throws into the box, just things that typical style of ugly football. And the dives, I thought the ref as well was diabolical,
Mm.
absolutely diabolical. That
Yeah.
penalty that he
Yeah.
gave, I thought was poor.
Well, the thing is, as well, I mean, when you look at the penalty we won, I think Ali McQuest made a great point in commentary, and it's what I said the other week. Referees don't referee games anymore. He's looking right
Yeah.
at that. He should have given the penalty straight away, but yeah, he lets it play on, and he wants to go and look at the screen. Like this is what I'm saying. If VAR wasn't about, we might not have got a penalty then. It's a
Yeah.
blatant
And that's
penalty. You
as
can see it.
stonewall as they come.
Exactly. I don't understand now why refs. Like I said, you might as well not have refs on the pitch no more. Might as well not have refs.
Yeah.
Might have linesmen and just let them fucking control it from VAR because
This is
that's
what I
all
was saying
referees do.
today. We could do that job. Anyone can do that job. Is you go on there and you wait for VR to tell you what to do. And if you need to, you go and look at the monitor and go, oh, yeah, blatant penny did trip him up there. It's so easy now, and they still fuck it up. And it's like, I don't even think for their pen, it's like they didn't even check it. Because you look at Somerville, he's making contact with him, like, because you're supposed to. What's he supposed to do? Just give him a free header. He doesn't push him. The ref does that. He goes, yeah, he pushed him. No, he doesn't. He's got his arm on him. He's putting a little bit of weight into him, and he acts like he's been shot. He goes, fucking, whoa, and throws himself. And they're like, without hesitation, that's a fucking pen. But he had to sit there and wait to be told that the Traore one that we tripped him over was a pen. What an idiot!
Yeah,
He's
I
done us
think the
over there
referee.
big time. That ref.
I think that the Brentford player has been very. He's been clever with what he's done. He knows he's not going to get the ball, so he's thrown himself. He's felt Somerville lean into him. And yeah, look, it's just natural. Somerville's always, if he's going up for a challenge, he's going to have his arm on his back. But he didn't push him. He sort of put his arm on his back. And as you said, he's give that penalty straight away without looking at it. But yet, R1, Traore was brought down in the box. And he's run. The rest played on, and he's waited for VAR to say, "Look, you need to go and look at this." So, poor performance.
And given Somerville a yellow, and they're saying, "Oh, if it weren't for double jeopardy, he would have got a red." Like, can you imagine? Like, piss. And all the commentators that we was watching the whole thing is, "Oh, he's lucky. He's on the pitch. So he should have got a second yellow. He shouldn't have got a first fucking yellow. It wasn't even a foul, let alone a pen." Like, I was so angry about that because we wouldn't have had to play extra time. Like, it's such shocking ref.
I mean, look, standout performances today. Fernandez, brilliant. I thought Kante had a really good game. Really impressed with him today. Souček, just Souček doing what Souček does, really, don't you? Don't let you down. Good to see Pablo back in the starting lineup. I think that surprised a few people because I weren't even expecting him on the bench. Because from what I read earlier, that he was still a couple of weeks away. So it was a nice little surprise when them starting lineups come out. So, yeah, if we can get him back now.
He was really good today, Pablo. He was lively. He made an impact. You know what I mean? He was pressing.
I felt a bit sorry for Traore when he come off at half time. I thought he should have had a little bit longer because I thought he was having a decent game. I think he was sort of showing us. I thought he was showing us like the player that we wanted to sign. He looked very confident today. But yeah, look, Walker Peters, I thought done well. Ollie Scholes, he made a few mistakes, but he hasn't played for a little while. And then Mavropanos and Diassi. I mean, Diassi, I'll tell you what, he's becoming a right fan's favourite because what I like about him is he plays with a smile on his face. And when he blocks a tackle, he celebrates it like he's just scored a goal. And to be fair, he could have won us the game with that strike at the end. Imagine if that had gone in the top corner.
What a strike it was. What a strike it was. Honestly. You know what I mean? As we're talking about the plays, I'll get into the player ratings and then we'll see if you agree for it. But we'll get into it. So yes, with Finalysis, by the way, so some of you might know this, but I'm part of an app called Finalysis, and it'd be great to get you all involved. So some platforms like Twitter and all of this, it can be a nightmare. You have trolls and all these other clubs and Spurs fans that you don't want to hear coming up and bots and all that sort of stuff. It's a nightmare. So with this, it's all West Ham on one platform. You're interacting with each other. No bots, no bloody Spurs fans or anything. So it's a personalized hub for West Ham. And it's for other clubs as well. You can rate players, managers, referees after every game. So we're going to look at my ratings in a second out of 100. So yeah, I'm going to do mine. You can do yours for that. And there's plenty of West Ham fans. Some of you may know. And there's polls as well. So you get to see once you vote in this poll and do your ratings, that gets put on Sky Sports. So that you'd have actually affect how Sky Sports react to what the fans say. So you can get involved. Check out my player ratings. We've got a poll up. So for the poll for this one is predicting the Man City game. Will we beat Man City? Can we beat Man City? Get on there and vote in the poll. But let's get to the ratings. So these are my ratings, right? I've put it up so you can see every rating. It didn't put the refs. I don't know if the refs one's there, but I'll tell you, it was very low. So this is what I've gone. So Pablo 79, which is the same. So if you do ratings out of 10, just go 7.9 is a 79, same thing. 79, really good debut. He obviously didn't score, didn't make an impact like that, but overall good play. Traore 76. Listen, Traore wasn't brilliant, but much improved Traore. I don't know what you think, but so I've gone 76, which I think that's a decent score. 7 out of 10, but still much to improve. But he won the pen, so I've got to give him that. Fernandez similar. Like I said, I thought Fernandez was just like this wasn't. I think with Fernandez, we've seen so much better for him. Like he's really set a high standard, so he wasn't bad. He was good. I think he was good, Fernandez, and I think that's what that is. Bowen, 2 goals. I don't know, right, about you, but there was points there. He was sort of doing what we'd seen him do apart outside the goals, where he was kicking the ball at their players and sort of decision making at times with Bowen. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, carrying the ball as well and taking people on and putting tackles in. I thought it was the best performance I've seen from Bowen for a long time.
Yeah. So Kante, very good game for him, young player, like 79. I've given him well, not debut, but a good solid start for him. You know what I mean, against the Premier League opposition. Souček, I thought was a decent game. He made some good defensive headers. I think he had a chance to score. He had a good header, and it was a good save from Kelleher. Yes. Skulls, I've gone 76. I think, like you said, there was times where, you know, he did struggle at times, but he grew into the game and he made some great interceptions. He reads the game really well, Scalzi. I think Disarcy 80. Very, very good performance from him, and Mavropanos not far behind. You know, Mavropanos could have got extra for taking that winning penalty, and all the penalties were brilliant. And he's one to the balls are still as a centre back to step up and take that really good. Walker Peters, solid. I thought Areola was good. The thing is with that goal, right, with their goal with Areola, now I give him a largely at the benefit because you look at it at first, you're like, what is Areola doing there? But you watch it back. Areola, he's getting ready to catch it because the ball's going straight at him and it deflects off the striker. And it goes in. So I wanted to give him a bit of the benefit of the doubt there. Maybe he could have seen the potential of that and not maybe anticipated it coming to him too early. But I think some people that was blaming him most of that are harsh. So I don't know. What did you think of that, mate? The goal?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think obviously when it's in slow motion, it looks like you're thinking, oh, Areola should have been done better. But look, it skipped off the surface, you know, so. I was hoping that it struck his hand, but look, Thiago was there. I think it was Kante that was keeping him on side. So yeah, I mean, it's just one of them things. It's saying a deflection, skipped up off the surface, and Areola just hasn't reacted quick enough. Yeah. But it's difficult, as you said. He's obviously in standing position, getting ready to catch it, thinking it's coming straight at him, and it takes that slight deflection, and then he has to quickly react and. Look, it happens, you know. It's I was just hoping that they was going to find a handball in that, but that was just me just begging, really.
Yeah, So that's they was looking at it. Well, at first I was screaming offside, and I see Mo Ganme playing him a mile onside. Like I was I was like, oh my god, this is gonna get ruled out. And then it wasn't. So that was disappointing. But yeah, Nuno, I gave a 70 out of 100. And yeah, like I said, I think he had us to play that starting lineup and to have that starting lineup playing so well is credit to him. The subs, you know, didn't quite work out. And I do worry about I would have just played with 10 men and had Somerville off the pitch.
Yeah, I thought when Callum Wilson come on, he done all right. He had a couple of chances, didn't he? He had one where it took a deflection and another great save from Kelleher. So yeah. I mean,
I tend to go lower with subs because they don't have it unless they make a big impact. Yeah, it's a tricky one to rate, but Magassa I've gone a bit lower. Look, I like Magassa and he's had some great games, but that was not one of his better performances today.
It's too many heavy touches, under hitting the passes, over hitting the passes. Yeah, it wasn't a great night for him, but look, you got to expect players ain't going to be brilliant every week, so we'll let him off.
I'm not going to write him off. It's not on it, but the ref, I believe I gave like a 4 out of 100 or something.
I don't know what was shitter tonight, the ref or TNT's fucking app.
Was you on that as well?
Well, yeah, and then lucky enough, I found another stream. But yes, terrible. It kept skipping back to the beginning. I was thinking, what's going on here? And then it did eventually start working again. But I think it was about the 70th minute it come back on. But I did see, obviously, the rest of the game. I found it on another another stream. But yeah,
any of those ratings, right, that you would sort of change or tweet, or like you think you go quite a bit higher or lower, or anything that you think?
Yeah, no, I think they're pretty much spot on, really. I think like Diassi, 80. I think Bowen was man of the match tonight. So yeah, no, I agree with them, mate. I think they're mostly spot on.
Yeah, maybe the ref could have gone lower. I could have gone lower on the ref. I
Yeah,
could have gone a 0.
Yeah, minus 100.
So there you go. Get on there. I'll put the link in the chat and I'll put it in the down below in the comments. So go and sign up, give your ratings as well. And let us know yours and vote in on the poll. Will we beat Man City? Do we have a chance? I bloody hope so, because listen, we have a chance to relegate Tottenham Hotspur and stay up ourselves. Obviously, that's more important than relegating them. But it's a double. Like West Ham stay up, win the FA Cup, relegate Spurs. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Yeah, but
I know.
Just quickly, like with the penalty shootout tonight. I mean, 5 great penalties from our players, all high. You know, Bowen whips it in the corner. The rest of them, Tatty's penalty was brilliant. I love that, straight down the middle, hit it as hard as you can. You know, I grew up watching Julian Dix take penalties, so I love seeing penalties like that.
Yeah, off
and
the crossbar, bang.
Yeah, Mavropanos to win it. You know, I don't know what their player was doing, but Areola definitely,
mate.
Yeah, Areola definitely done his homework on that, because he knew that he was going to do that. Because if I was Areola, do you know what? If I was Areola, I would have headed that.
Yeah,
I would have headed that. I would have headed it clear, because that would have just, you know, they only look good when they come off. You know, that he's let his team down. Then he's let his manager down. He's let his fans down. You know, I don't understand why players do that. As I said, it looks brilliant when it comes off, but Areola done his own work. I don't know if you see it, but when Areola come out the tunnel, when he went back in, he come back out, and I think it was a goalkeeping coach give him a towel, and he had a water bottle wrapped in it. So I think he had what they usually do, where they put the names of the penalty takers and they say where they go. And I'm sure that Areola would have dived otherwise, because he had a feeling that he was going to go down the middle like that. So he must have done it before, that player. And well done to Areola. And that's cost them a chance of getting to Wembley this season. But I'm glad he done it. And but as I said, brilliant penalties. I love seeing penalties taken like that. Every single one of them. Wilson top corner, Tatty, Bowen brilliant penalty, Mavropanos. Yeah, love it. Love seeing that. Who took the other penalty? Who am I missing?
Tatty, Bowen, Wilson, Mavropanos.
I can't think of who took the other one.
No, I can't remember now. Wilson.
Souček. Yeah, Souček. Of course, he was another one top corner. Yeah. How can I forget Souček?
Yeah, like I said, five great penalties, which is good. Like, because if with the future games go penalties and that, we need that. We need to have that confidence in the penalties now and experience. So there's that positive. And like I said, it keeps that winning feeling. Like, we're in such great form. And that was a hard draw today. That was a very hard draw. They had a strong team out tonight, Brentford. So we take this now into the future games. Look, we know our season, our survival does not, count on us beating Man City. It's important to try to win, but if we don't win or we lose, we know it's not the end of the world. We have to go in and beat Villa, and
Yeah, the thing is, the confidence going into that game. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen Wednesday with Man City. If they get a heavy defeat in Madrid, it's going to knock their confidence, and then they're going to want to. Because look, I think Arsenal now, it's in their hands. They did give City a chance. City have fucked it up a bit, so it's in Arsenal's hands now. So maybe City now are probably thinking we've got more chance of maybe winning the Champions League. Look, whatever team City put out against us is going to be tough, but I think if our players turn up, we see what Forest done last week, going to the Etihad and getting a 2-2 draw. So there's no reason why we can't give City a good game. And as you said, if we give them a good game and we lose by the odd goal, you can think, do you know what? City are better than us, but at least we give them a game, and then we move on to the next game.
Yeah. That 100%, mate. Shout out to Ice TV, Wembley. That's for Paulie Walnuts. Thank you very much for the 199, mate. And yeah, like I said, like you said, mate, it's a long way to go this season, and it's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a roller coaster,
Yeah,
and
it's
we'll be second.
it's exciting, and this is why I like the FA Cup, and it's the magic of the FA Cup. You know, you look at like Port Vale, what they've done so far, and like you got Southampton in there as well, two lower league teams. But you got some good in there, and then City play Liverpool in the next quarterfinals as well. So one big club's going to go out there. So
It's
yeah,
so fun. Like, you know what? You get something. I've literally been super positive and just said how great it is. As I was saying, I'm whinging non-stop. And I've literally just said how much positivity that brings us, and we're keeping the winning feeling. Like, honestly, you get some thick people on it. I'm happy. I'm happy we're through. I'm just not happy with the referee, but I'm buzzing. Listen, we're keeping the winning feeling going. That's what else can I say? What else do you want
I'm
me to
happy.
say?
I'm happy as well because it's my birthday tomorrow, and usually when we play on my birthday or near my birthday, we always lose. So it's nice to actually get a win. So yeah, yeah, no, it's a brilliant win. It's and do you know what? You can see how much it meant to Nuno as well. You know, he's sitting on the bench. You know, he's hardly watching the penalties. This is big for him as well. And he got to the FA Cup semi-final last season with Nottingham Forest. So yeah, it's that's good, and it's nice for the fans as well. You know, the fans that have gone there tonight, the fans watching at home. You know, it's another win. You know, it's a bit one step closer to Wembley. So yeah, it's long may it continue, and let's just hope that we do. You know, get out of this relegation battle. You know, we was out of the relegation zone for 14 long minutes on Saturday. You know, when we was out, the grass was greener, the air smelt fresher. It felt so nice. And then Forest equalised, and we went back down. But someone put a thing up the other day. 7 games ago, we were like 11 points behind Spurs, 7 points behind Forest, and now we're level with Forest and 1 point behind Spurs. So it shows how hard we have worked and the results that we've picked up. So we've given ourselves
I
a fight.
honestly don't see it finishing below Spurs. I just don't see it. Like you look at that team and the body language and the smiles and the happiness and the togetherness. Contrast that with Spurs.
The thing is, as well, the one thing I would say is that next time Spurs play, like the time they play Liverpool, they could have a few players back. But look, they've been out for ages, so they're not going to come back and just turn it on straight away. So yeah, I mean, I think the whole country wants Spurs to go down, really, don't they? Apart from Spurs fans, I think everyone wants Spurs to go down. So, yeah, listen, we're really enjoying watching the meltdown, but I'm not going to get over. This is why I don't tweet about it, because it could come back to bite us on the arse. You know, we could take the piss out of Spurs, and they could turn it around. So until it's all signed, still delivered, you know, let's get ourselves out of it. And then if they go down, oh, trust me, I'm going to fucking laugh.
Did you see that tweet, right? Spurs, what was it? One Spurs accounts, one of these Spursies. It was 3 games into the season, simply Spurs, and they tweeted, this was 3 games in.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
When they was top of the league after 3 games, we was 20th. Like, that is Spursy, mate. That is Spursy.
I know, mate. And this is what look, I've been watching the meltdown. I've seen Jamie O'Hara storm out of TalkSport. You know, I see him have a big row with a Spurs fan who was blaming Jamie O'Hara.
Abby Summers crying on TalkSport.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, you know what? It's like, I can understand what they're going through, because we've been through relegation battles before and they're not used to it. See, we've been in this position before. But and then when you look at the state of their club at the moment, like, it's just, as I said, from a neutral and as a West Ham fan, it's brilliant to watch. But I'm not going to get carried away yet, because there's still 9 games to go, and until we get above them, and until that final whistle goes that keeps us safe, I'm not going to sit there and laugh and I'm not going to enjoy it too much yet, but it is fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%, mate. Shout out to Lewis with a $5 Aussie super chat. I was watching Stan Sports, which is a Australian streaming site, and when TNT was down, so good stuff. Good day, mate. Good morning, boys. Great pen shootout, and happy to have Pablo back. It's been 20 years, but I can see us playing Liverpool in the final. Revenge for 2006. That's what I want. I know people are talking about recreating 19. I'd love to beat Arsenal in the final, but also to close that, to heal that wound and get revenge for 2006 would be beautiful.
Yeah, I'd rather play Port Vale in the final if we could, but no, look, imagine that Liverpool West Ham 20 years on since that great final in Cardiff in 2006. Trying to get a bit of revenge, but no, look, let's just look. Leeds is going to be a difficult game. You can imagine what this means to Leeds fans as well to get back to Wembley and try to get to the final. So it's not going to be an easy game, but it's at least we're in it. At least we're in the draw. At least we're in the quarterfinals now. And then, as I said, if we do beat Leeds, we play someone. We play probably I don't know. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Because who did Port Vale got? Chelsea. Arsenal got Southampton, and then Liverpool and City. So mad.
Shout out to Fortune, another Aussie. Fortune's Arden Down Under. We love Dan. Arsenal final. Declan Rice own goal. West Ham lift the cup. Listen, cheers for the super chat, mate. There's so many dream scenarios. I tell you what, just give me that cup and have survived. Oh my god, what we would do for that. Nuno would be legend status, that's for sure. So yeah, mate. Listen, happy hammers. Another game that we haven't lost, another week. And, you know what I mean? We go on to Man City, and whatever happens at Man City happens in Man City. The togetherness is there. The positivity is there. We take this game after game. And to have Pablo back now is massive because we have to remember how we was playing when we had Pablo and Tatty together in that team when they first came in, the impact they made. He's got to go to that.
It's going to be difficult on Saturday, but do you know what? I think we can give him a game, rest Somerville for the rest of the week. He doesn't need the fitness, does he? He just needs to make sure his injury ain't too bad. So, rest him up, get him ready for Man City. Bowen's on fire. Pablo's back.
Traore, actually, maybe, because he played on the left, maybe him on the left is maybe a better shout.
Yeah, be interesting to see what he's going to do defensively against City. Obviously, Todibo come back last week against Fulham. So, it's going to be interesting. But look, that's why Nuno's paid the big money to make these decisions. Whoever he puts out, we just hope that they give him a game. But it's good night to be a West Ham fan. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup.
100%, mate. Look at it. Yeah, come on. That's it. That's a sign.
It's coming home. The World Cup's coming home in the summer. The FA Cup's coming back to West Ham.
Jay says you've cursed it, holding the cup. That's bad luck, touching the cup.
It's not a real one. It's only a mini one.
It's not the real one. It don't count. It's
a mini one. Don't count. It's like a Kinder Egg or something.
Brilliant stuff. Like, there should be fan cams. We'll see what happens with the powers that be if they try to get Nick off the ground and what's going on.
Curfew, innit?
Yeah, like we'll see what they do with Nicky. Hopefully they let him film the fan cams, but there should be some fan cams, so look out for those. Should have a PMP tomorrow. So yes, we'll be back and with the lads and we'll all really dissect it, talk about the game, talk about the next fixture, and just this close to Wembley. Come on. So listen, enjoy it, everyone. And thank you all for watching. And one thing left to say. Come on, you Ryan. And happy birthday, Ryan. Yeah, by the way, thanks for everyone to Ryan in the happy birthday chats.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Paulie Walnut said happy 21st birthday.
Fucking 21 years ago. 42 tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's it, mate. But I tell you what, West Ham definitely haven't aged you, that's for sure. Like, you're looking well, mate. You're looking well, despite supporting this club.
Thank you. Even though I'm starting to get the winning match.
Listen, I had that when I was about 16, mate.
Oh, mate. It all happens. You get old, you can't help it. But
Yeah.
West Ham, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to enjoy my birthday tomorrow now, and we're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, nah, that's it. That's it. So listen, thank you all for watching. And one thing left to say. Come on, you
Come on,
irons.